On that night, when the constraints of Makkah loosened, on a Monday in the year 571 AD, the quiet streets of Makkah were about to witness one of the greatest events in human history. Abdul-Muttalib had been waiting for this moment for a long time, and finally, the joyful news arrived. Aminah had given birth to a baby boy. Joy overwhelmed his heart completely. Ever since his son Abdullah passed away, his love and care for the fetus carried by his daughter-in-law Aminah had grown even stronger. Imagine that night, as Abdul-Muttalib hurried to his house, gently took his newborn grandson in his arms, and walked with him towards the Kaaba. There, he praised and supplicated to his Lord, naming the newborn Muhammad. People asked him, "Why did you choose this name?" He replied, "Because I want him to be praised by God and by people." Aminah had been told of this name in a vision, and when she informed Abdul-Muttalib, he decided to name him accordingly. The safe birth of the trust left behind by her husband Abdullah brought a great comfort and tranquility to Aminah's heart. In those days, in Makkah, it was common to send the children to wet nurses women who would breastfeed and care for them away from Makkah's extremely dry climate. Parting with her newborn was difficult for the mother's heart, but it was done for two important reasons. The first was the infant's health, as Makkah's climate wasn't ideal for newborns. The second was to strengthen his language and eloquence, as fluency and oratorical skill were at the heart of Arabic society in that era. Children were sent to the lands of Banu Saad, where they grew up in the desert and vast plains, learning Arabic in its purest and most beautiful form. The wet nurses, coming from those regions, usually sought children from wealthy homes and families of high status and lineage. Through this bond, a connection and a covenant would be formed between the nurse and the child's family. The Prophet, peace be upon him, came from a family of noble lineage. His grandfather Abdul-Muttalib was the political leader of Makkah. However, because he was an orphan, the wet nurses were reluctant to take Aminah as a child. So, what will happen? Will no one take him? Send prayers upon Muhammad.